didn't have my glasses on. I just want to make sure it was you. Okay. We used to ask, did you think it was going to be like this? But I don't want to give a fuck. So, I mean, I don't care if you thought that it was going to be like this. The seminar continues to get better and better, and the results continue to get better and better. And as I've talked to at least a couple of you about, again, the webinars, I don't understand why they work. And I'm a bright guy. I'm the brightest in this room by tens of IQ, but they do. So you never can underestimate how fucking wrong you can be, and I've just been wrong about that. And I believe it's because the kids on the webinars are so distant from me, even though I trained them all, and they're so close to you. And again, I'm not putting anybody down, but because of all the stuff we pounded on for days and days and days, they're closer to your role models than mine. But it works, and you didn't see any Godzillas in there, not even remotely close, and you saw regular people, and that's why it works. We were fortunate to have Chris Ballard. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're watching this, for taking the time, and Tom, who is in the hunt in the middle of a deal. Thank you very much, Tom, for your time. But they're pretty much regular individuals. But now it's from tomorrow morning forward. It's up to you to go out there. And whereas you've seen people that have closing deals in less than a year, and 6 months, 7 months, and then even in less than 120 days, it's you now. And the bottoms of your weekly report will have benchmarks indicating to measure yourself. And as Chris said today on the live call, he was measuring himself, and then all of a sudden 120 days passed, and he couldn't believe it. Well, pretty soon 25 years passed, like with me, and then you can't believe it. Other than you kids have done a lot, and you've more or less, through the efforts of QLA, made me infamous. If that's the right word. Maybe there's another word other than infamous, but we just closed July today, which is not necessarily gratifying, but I mean, there's no shortage of the kids that watch YouTube that want to come and experience this. Of course, you've experienced it now, and we're going to have a nice graduation ceremony, and we'll have a nice dinner, a dinner that you probably haven't experienced before. But the operative word, you haven't experienced it, but going forward you will. And as I've told you until your ears are bleeding, that it's very easy to get used to this lifestyle. Extremely easy. And when I say I would rather be dead than poor, I mean it. I mean it, because this and then back to the shits, at my age, fucking forget about it. There's just no way humanly possible that's going to be. A couple of announcements. One, I made the comment, like Alistair Cook said, the famous BBC broadcaster, doing a great job even when you don't feel like it, and that's the measure of a professional. To Mr. Hellman, our current day warrior, and thank you for your service very much, and thank you for putting up with some of the shit that you put up with here. Thank you. To you.
Cheers.
But I'm going to propose a toast to all of you for a job well done. And but as the kid said today, Chris, this is just the beginning, and the real work starts with the board, and then the board isn't really the real work. The real work is to find a motivated seller. And virtually everybody that you've talked to so far, or listened to, I should say, has had at least one false start, meaning that one of the potential motivated sellers wasn't either as motivated as we would have hoped, or you misread them, even with a qualified board. And in some cases, they just lied. They tell you that the company's this, and even with due diligence, even with LOIs, and even with exclusivity, you've heard several cases so far where it doesn't come to fruition. And that's why I keep pounding the opportunity. There's never so many opportunities for the deal to fall out of bed until the deal's done. Until the deal's done. Till the fat lady sings, and you're the fat lady. In some cases, you resemble a fat lady more than others. But I can't emphasize enough. You got to keep fucking pushing, and sensitivity equals poverty. And for those of you that know that who's closer to the end on the sensitivity scale, to the other end of the scale, you know where your work's cut out. And for those of you that are pretend not sensitive, you're still need to push towards the tough end of the continuum. I mean, tough love is operative here. And without the love, it's just the tough. I raise my hand to you. To 2019, the world is your oyster. Go fucking kill them, rip their heads off, and shit down their goddamn necks. Hear, hear.